Why High School Musical didn't make no sense. Shout out to this guy.
In the 2000s, I was a big fan of Disney, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network. And as a kid, Disney was top dog to me. And it wasn't because they had better shows than the other networks, but it was because Disney has some amazing movies that I got to watch. Stuff like Up, Ratatouille, Chronicles of Narnia, and everything.
Is it crazy to say that I never watched Chronicles of Narnia? Is it crazy to say I never watched Tarzan? I never watched a lot of these movies, gang. I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy to say. How though? Is the movies good? Should I have a movie night on that? I ain't gonna lie, I've watched none of these movies. I never watched none of that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't watched none of this.
Disney was cooking up in the Obama era.
Chicken Little, I watched that.
But there's one movie that's
including Lion King.
High School.
I watched I only know clips of Lion King, gang, Moana and all them shits. Yeah.
Musical.
Everybody seen High School Musical though, gang.
And the reason this movie stuck out to me was, of course, I watched it as a younger kid. So I was kind of excited to see what high school would be like whenever I got there. And I wasn't the biggest fan of musicals, but even as a kid when I watched this, it didn't make sense to me. They barely did any work.
Niggas did no work. Niggas just sing all day, gang. And the singing was...
Shit garbage, nigga.
All they did was
sing High School Musical in school, but this shit was boring.
And play basketball.
Yeah, it's just singing, so bro.
Whenever I finally got to high school and I saw that there was no dancing on the lunch tables, no basketball dances at halftime, and hella assignments we had to do, I was pissed.
Fuck school. Fuck all this bullshit. What the?
Mostly because of the assignments.
Top out, make sure you join Discord too,
Disney lied to me.
I'm
so whenever I see this movie being played,
start being active in my
like,
Discord again.
And now as an adult who has debatably more brain power than I did as a kid, I gotta say this movie really doesn't make any sense. So I figured we'd take a trip down memory lane and expose this school for the terrible place that it is. So y'all know the drill. Sit back, relax,
get your head in the game,
and get ready for a
Get your head. I ain't gonna lie, that song was hard though. Back to 9th grade. I just like gym. I ain't gonna lie. The worst school ever.
So the scene starts off with the guy named Troy Bolton pulling up to high school.
Troy was that nigga.
This is also where we meet
if you think about it, bro, these niggas was glazing. This nigga hopped out the school bus. Everybody on Troy Bolton did, gang. They gave this nigga immaculate character, gang. I ain't gonna lie, he beat the Hus. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga crazy though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That nigga Troy Bolton, man. They get that nigga
Troy
crazy
Bolton
aura,
pulling
bro.
up to high school. And this is also where we meet a very important person.
That
Chad.
boy.
Now before we continue,
I mess with Chad.
I really dislike Chad. Because as you're going to see, his priorities are all wrong. Chad will literally bring just a basketball to school and think that's perfectly fine for the entire year. No pens, no books, no paper, just a ball. He's basically the Kevin Durant of this show. No kids,
he
no
was
lotion,
doing that,
no
bro.
haircut. Only thing he cares about is basketball. We also see that Troy has hella glazers in the crowd.
Yeah, they glazing, bro. That nigga was equivalent to Chimp Skywalker. Who is that?
It's like a group of 30 students just waiting on Troy's arrival. Next character we got showing up is Taylor. And all I gotta say right now is, what the hell is she wearing? Yellow shirt, maroon jacket, red hairband, and a blue patterned skirt? Yeah, that's bad fits. So we see them in class.
You trolling,
and once again,
right? What you
I
mean?
have no idea what they are teaching. Chad still has only a basketball.
Nah, I don't know who that is.
And Troy is aura farming in the hallway.
Boy, if you don't get...
Then a girl comes out of class, and this girl's name is Gabriella.
Shit. Gabriella,
so Troy
man.
tries to rizz her up,
that's real
we
aura.
see the villain of this story.
Oh yeah.
Sharpay. And she's about to sign up for theater class. And look how much room she takes up with this unreadable ass signature. This is another reason why I know this school is terrible.
Timmy Turner, singer with all the
they already letting
cartoon
kids bring
hubs?
basketballs to class.
I don't know
keep
who that
everyone
is,
else's name on the sheet. You can barely read any of these names. This one is just a bunch of scribbles. What does this even say? So now let's talk about the basketball part. And I'm gonna try my
these
best
niggas are
not
singing
to get
on
tight
the
right
court,
now,
gang.
because this part really makes me want to.
Bruh. Troy Brown, hey, hold on, man. I ain't like, they was trying to make this nigga feel like a LeBron James that could sing though, bro.
So
they was glazing this nigga on the
instead of having
show,
a normal
bro.
high school basketball practice, like doing some
Nigga
layups
dancing.
or going through drills, these niggas start making beats with the basketball and dancing around. Now, mind you, they got a game in 2 weeks, And this is what their practice consists of.
Nigga make a beat.
Just stop dribbling and start singing, then start moving again. That's a
Just
travel, by the
goat
way.
is king,
Then he
man.
starts singing to himself while the other teammates are on the other side of the court. What play is this? And it also becomes very clear that Troy is the main character. They only got one ball right now, and Troy is usually the only one dribbling or shooting with it. Like, look at this scene right here. How were any of y'all getting better at basketball doing this? Then they all just
killed by
leave
Bron,
like this
bro.
was a job
Oh,
well done.
shit.
They shot a total of 3 shots, sung for 45 minutes, and dribbled the ball. There's no way they're gonna be ready in 2 weeks for the game.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Oh my God, bro.
Tomfoolery.
Man, what the fuck, man?
So then we see
This
that
nigga had to put there will be spoilers. If you haven't watched High School Musical by now, it's something wrong, gang.
Troy and the other people are helping out the theater class setup. And this is where Troy realizes that he himself wants to sign up for theater too. But the problem is, he doesn't want his boys to find out. Also,
Mike.
once again, I know y'all see Chad in that damn basketball. But my thing is, Troy just got done singing for his entire basketball practice with all of his boys there. But now he's scared to admit that he wants to sing and be in theater. Nigga, you just had an entire spotlight on you standing in the middle of a whole basketball team circle. Realistically speaking, I think they'll understand if you want to be in theater. And because he doesn't want anyone to know, he ends up sneaking around the school to go to the theater class. And I didn't peep this at first, but he snuck through a mechanic shop on campus. I don't know what type of school this is, but most schools I've seen don't have an auto zone
That's
next to
what
the
I'm saying.
cafeteria room. So we got basketballs in class.
I come with my
students
own
having terrible
background music.
handwriting, and now we got AutoZone inside the school. We got to investigate whoever is running this campus. But when he finally gets there, he ends up singing with Gabriella. And I know I'm hating on this movie, but these two can really sing. And at least Gabriella isn't doing it in the middle of basketball practice. And this leads Troy to be accepted into the play, and he gets a role. And once the other students find out, they were mad as hell. Cause singing on the basketball court is one thing, but wanting to sing in theater is where them niggas draw the line. So now everyone wants to sing all of a sudden.
But these
Troy and
niggas was
Gabriella
doing
did.
anything,
So they do the only
gang.
thing they know how to do
Bron
in this
saved my
school.
life. He the reason I-
Start
Alright,
singing in
bro.
the middle of lunch. And this is a chain reaction, cause one person started it, and then it became a school-wide musical. No bags, no studying, and no eating. Just stomping on the tables. and
Niggas ain't even
singing
got no
at the top of their
trays,
lungs.
man.
And I think
They
it's
don't even
so
got no
crazy that
trays,
everyone
bro.
in this
What's good,
school
J
can
Ben
sing.
Ballin?
It's not a student in this movie that can't bust out and sing a solo if they needed to. And this gotta be hell to live in. I should have put this movie in the Terrible Universes to Live In series, cause imagine you're eating lunch and then everyone just starts stomping,
Well,
shouting,
rap
and
battle.
singing out of
But the
nowhere.
thing
I
about
would
that
be so-
is having rap battles at the lunch table. That's cool. These niggas was singing with no food, so they took their lunch time to literally just sing. That's it.
so pissed off. Lunch is like the one time you can escape from the hells of school. And in this
Exactly.
school, you gotta share lunch with the kid hitting a full dance routine right next to you. Look at this shot right here. Everyone is dancing out of their seats, getting sturdy as hell. And remember when I said this high school doesn't care about academics earlier? This table right here has the most books we will ever see in any High School Musical movie. And I want y'all to really pay attention
What
to
didn't
all
you
the
hear at
BS
school?
that's going on right now. Random student 32 starts breakdancing. Random student 28 pulls out an entire violin. Then these two start grinding on each other. Chad throws his ball in the air and it never comes back down. Then you got random student 85 right here. He clearly failed a few times because this nigga looks like he's 40
I
years
ain't gonna
old.
lie, that nigga don't
Then
look like no
random
kid
student
at
19 does
all.
a full jump split off the table. Do y'all know how much trouble I would be in if I did any of this in high school? My teachers would have sent me to hell if me and my friends were doing this at lunch. Cause mind y'all, they got like 2 different lunch periods. So that means it's students in class right now that gotta hear while they're trying to learn. Well, they're actually probably not learning anything in this school, but you get the point. This is crazy. Then Chad starts pressing Troy about him singing.
They've got you thinking about show tunes. when we've got a playoff game next week.
Which is crazy, cause Chad was just
They
getting
would
real
have finished
sturdy
y'all
not
ass
too long
back
ago.
in my era
So
for doing
clearly
this
singing
shit.
can't be that bad.
Nigga, what? Come on, Lee. The fuck is you talking about, gang? Come on, gang.
And this is why I really hate Chad, cause not only does he only bring a basketball to school every day, but we just seen him at practice singing
I
with
know,
Troy.
correct.
And then we saw
Right.
him at lunch singing himself, but he getting mad about Troy doing the same thing.
High school drama. Yes, there will be spoilers.
Then we cut to see Troy and Gabriella shooting in the gym. And this is where we see Troy's dad, who is also the basketball coach, start pressing Troy about his singing too.
But you're a playmaker, not a singer, right?
Did you ever think maybe I could be both?
Which is once again wild, cause y'all seen the first practice. It was only singing. There was no basketball being practiced. I know the coach had to have heard this. Also, his dad is dumb as hell. Thinking your kid can't do theater and basketball is wild. Most high schoolers are in multiple clubs, sports, and other stuff. So this whole beef with theater and basketball doesn't make sense to me. So then Troy's boys end up
He wanted to
setting
go
his
to the
ass
NBA,
up.
man.
They get a camera and stream the
Whoop
recording
y'all
to the
ass.
other students.
Gabriella is not important. I'll forget about her. I'll forget the audition, and we'll go out and get that championship.
And when Gabriella sees this, of course she's upset. But Troy is out there getting worshipped like he just found the cure for cancer. So Gabriella starts singing and walking down the hallways. And I have no idea where everyone is at. I know some of them are outside, but this school is completely empty right now. But this is where Troy starts to realize that he made a mistake by saying those things to Gabriella. So now his basketball skills start depleting because he's having an internal battle with the choices
Nigga having
that
a
he
slump.
made. And I think this is actually the realest part of this movie, because as a hooper myself, I know the game is physical, but there's so many mental aspects that factor into playing the sport. So I really enjoyed seeing some realism after an hour of this movie's ridiculous tomfoolery. So the next day, Troy is talking to his boys, and all of a sudden, they are cool with him singing now.
Yeah, if singing is something you want to do, we should be boosting you up, not tearing you down.
Yeah. Win or lose, we're teammates.
Which is crazy, because these grimy ass friends set up and recorded Troy and streamed it to Gabriella just to get him to focus on basketball. I would never be friends with these type of people. So that night, Troy ends up making up with Gabriella, and everything is seeming like it's gonna be good now. Gabriella is in her bag with academics, and Troy is back to being the LeBron of his high school.
Game time. Let's go.
So now it's time for the big game, and Troy's dad gives one of the worst fatherly pep talks I have ever heard.
Having the time of his life playing the game we both love. You give me that, and I will sleep with a smile on my face no matter how the score goes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This was not the pep talk I think he thought it was. He basically said,
So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
but at this
Yeah,
time,
that bitch
there's also
stupid,
a
man.
big science competition that
Yo, what's
Gabriella
good,
is
Key?
in, and there's also a big theater play on the same day. So not only is this basically the NBA Finals for Troy and his team, but it's also every other school club's NBA Final as well. So Gabriella is competing trying to win, Troy is trying to break some ankles, and Sharpay is performing her heart out. And this is also a really cool moment to see. Everyone is in their respective bags doing what they love. This was honestly my favorite part of this terrible movie. So Troy and his team are actually playing some pretty good basketball, despite their practices consisting of singing and dancing. But then the science students hack into the school computer system that causes the basketball game to be put on pause. So now everyone has to leave the gym. And the reason they did this is so Troy can make it to go sing with Gabriella after Sharpay. And this
Nah,
was
that's some
probably the
bullshit.
craziest part of this entire movie. Because not only was this highly illegal since they hacked into their school system, but they also made a chemical reaction that started smoking, and no one ever puts it out. So then we cut to see Sharpay still performing. And when she's done, she's hoping that Troy and Gabriella don't show up. And it's not looking like they're gonna make it on time, to be honest. But then they finally show up. And I know Troy was musty as hell. He came here straight from the game in this hot ass tracksuit. I know the people in the audience were dying as he walked by.
That nigga would have been in a slump, bro. That nigga came back to the game. He would have been in a slump, bro. I don't know, gang.
And then the entire basketball team and cheerleading squad showed up. I know that theater smelled crazy with all of them in there. I guarantee if you walked in this room, your skin would start falling off. But it was cool to see this all come full circle. No beef, no politics, just a musty basketball player and a science girl singing their hearts out. But now it's time for them to finish the game. Troy ended up catching the ball off a down screen and hitting the game winner. And then the crowd went crazy. And I know he was gonna make it too. He was the only one shooting in practice, so it's only right. Troy probably scored all 68 of these points. Then in typical High School Musical fashion, they break out in song and dance immediately after winning.
Hey, this song a hit though.
Mind you, they never really practiced this routine during the movie, so I'm not sure how everyone knows the words and choreography. But it's the end of the movie, so I'm gonna let it slide. But yeah, that was High School Musical. I guess it wasn't all bad. I just really hate the story and I really hate this school. They didn't learn not one subject this entire movie. I know all their GPAs are extremely low besides Gabriella and Taylor. There seem to be absolutely no rules in this school besides sing and drill.
Man, there wasn't no rules in that school, man. But good video, man. If y'all like that video, go and subscribe to B Sky, man. But without further ado, I'm out.